Yeah, it was a good training session. It's we had a little bit of mix with we worked on some details, and then of course they also needed to get to play a little bit and get competitive, and it was great. It was a good session.
Some players absent. Can you give us an update on Brian White, Jeevan Badwal?
Yeah, Jeevan unfortunately has a personal issue that keeps him out today. He's good to go. He will be ready for the game come this weekend. Brian the same. He was in the beginning of the training. We took him out because he got a concussion on his quad. So that was it. He's we just don't want to force things.
And then Ralph.
Ralph. Not any specific update. He twisted his ankle, but hopefully it will not be too long.
And then
it's not a major thing.
Okay. And then the new players, Ramirez. How did he look for you today on the pitch?
Today he was included more in the regular training session, and I think he looked good in general. Yesterday he was also in, but it was more of a split group. So today was more a regular session for everybody, and I think he looked good. He looks to be in an okay fitness level and ready to train and go full at it. So that was nice to see.
What type of player is he? How do you see him fitting in with the group here?
He's a player who recently played as a central midfield, defensive central midfield, but he also played as a centre back, and we probably thinking more as a centre back for us as of now. But he's a player, who has good technical skills and some good passing abilities, and he also has some considerable speed. So, yeah, I think he's an interesting profile, and when we start working him in, it's gonna be great also to see him on the pitch.
And then Emmerich Fotzing, that signing announced today. I know he'll be loaned back to Vancouver FC, but what type of player is he, and what can fans expect from him maybe in the future?
Hopefully very good things. I think that he's an interesting midfield player who has a great range in his, cover great range on the pitch, and can play in multiple spaces. I think that he's a big talent, and hopefully he will have all the opportunities in the world, I would say, to become a good player here with us when he joins in the winter. And it's a player that we have been keeping an eye on. He's been playing not far from here, and we've been able to follow his progress in the Vancouver FC team, and I think that he's shown great promise, and hopefully he will turn into a great player for us.
The team scored 5 goals on the weekend. How nice was that for you to just see the shots on target, something we talked about before the game, and then to see it go in the way that it did?
No, it was great. It was great. It haven't been as easy for us as of late to score a bunch of goals, but now it came in, and it was great that we got the first one in. Then you could see that it loosened. The players got more loose, and we struck a couple after that, and that was great. But hopefully we were able to keep it up.
Team, you are undefeated when scoring first. How important is it to? That's right? Yes. How important is it to get that opening goal? Because I know that the other thing that gets brought up sometimes is the low block, but when you score first, it obviously opens up.
Yeah, that's the thing, of course, that we get to play into a more open pitch when we are leading in the games. I think it's not that it's a determinant thing, but it always makes things easier when you're leading instead of when you're behind.
What are you anticipating for this upcoming match on the weekend against Kansas City?
A team that has been recently trying to shake up the roster. I don't know if some of the players they signed will be participating in the game or not. Jovelic left for Seattle, who was definitely a great player for them. So a team that tries to to do something new. I think when I've seen them play, they have been a little bit unfortunate in a couple of games, especially at home. So I think it's a team that's at home is better than the record, but obviously also a team that where we would like to go and play our style of football and play our style of game, and hopefully that will be enough to secure a good result as well.
How do you handle not just this game, but the next 3?
Yeah, there's gonna be 8 games coming up the next 4 weeks, and it's definitely gonna be tough on the squad. But I think we have a lot of good players now in also better shape than they were in four games ago. Yeah, that's only 2 weeks, but Sabi is in much better shape. Ryan Gold is in much better shape now after having played a lot now. The same goes for Sheikh and Bruno. So I think I'm pretty confident that the team is ready to get into this period here with a lot of games in short amount of time.
You had Gold and Thomas Muller starting together for second time. How important is that partnership for the success of this group?
Yeah, that's what we have to figure out. We haven't played them a lot together, but now they play together and it looked very good. I also looked good against LAFC. So I think it's it's 2 very good players, and obviously it's good to have your good players available, and I think it's definitely interesting seeing them play together.
And then how valuable is sort of like Emmanuel Sabi kind of stretch and playing behind?
Yeah, he's a player who has been doing well since he came. He is not the most consistent player, but he has some spectacular moments always, and he's also a guy who always wants to attack the box and is always dangerous in the final part of the pitch, which is obviously where you would like players to be dangerous. So I think he's found more consistency now, coming back from injury, and I think that he's looked very good as of late.